Hello friends, this is Shivakkumar again, and today we are going to discuss about the pneumatic instrumentation field. So pneumatic instrumentation field as said, actually it is having very good scope actually, but actually the pneumatic in the sense it is partly related to the mechanical. So mechanical engineers can also get involved in the pneumatic instrumentation field. So, but again, actually, this is a very, I can say this pneumatic instrumentation actually was deployed, and then actually it is operated with solenoid valves, whether the range in voltage is 48 volt DC or 110 volt DC, all these things actually. So it's, I can say actually the cylinder, pneumatic cylinder operating the control valves and everything. Right? Nowadays actually it is digitalized, and those in olden days they are using pneumatic control valves and everything, right? So that is I mean, it's a kind of actually old kind of instrumentation. So in this the branch of study or in this field of work, so we have we come to know about the introduction and definition of the characters of pneumatic and electronic instruments, I can say, and then comparison of pneumatic and electrical, I mean electronic instruments, pneumatic power supply requirements, compressors, scheme of instruments which is aided for the air production and distribution, and then air coolers and dryers, and then air filters and regulators, and then their related regulator, their flow characteristics and pressure, temperature, everything you can study, measure, monitor. It's a kind of state of art of pneumatics, right? Actually, all these air coolers, dryers, air filters, and regulators, and their characteristics. It's a kind of pneumatic instrumentation. So actually, it's again it's a old mechanical related allied with instrumentation, and then but I can old in the sense of old technology, but now actually it is integrated with the recent digital or kind of IoT related, IoT operated or microprocessor operated, and then now recently IIoT related, all these things, right? So everything is possible with the technology. Old become gold. So the steady flow of ideal gases, Mach number, orifice, nozzles, and valve flow calculations, which is mainly used for the civil and mechanical related fields, and discharge of coefficients, capillary flow in also in chemical industries, right? For the measurement of chemicals related characteristics and everything, flow and suction, pressure, temperature, everything, capillary flows, and flow of real gases, and linearization of nozzle formulas, and linearization of capillary formulae, everything. So these are kind of more, I mean, it is aligned with more calculations and formulations, right? Actually, kind of a theoretical oriented, but you need to, it's a kind of design oriented also, I can say. So actually, so you can deploy the new ideas in your field of instrumentation or any industry. Then we have copper nozzles, actually fluid mechanics, right? Copper nozzle systems and its dynamics, bellows and diaphragms, and sensing chambers, valves, poppet valves, spherical poppets, forces on poppet valves, and then acrodynamic spring rate, bellows, ideal butterfly valve area, and butterfly torque derivations, and servo valves, spool valves, single acting actuators, and then pneumatic transmission lines, linear pneumatic damping, and non-linear springs and dampers, right? And then we have pneumatic controllers, in this case on-off proportional controllers, that is PID controllers, pneumatic relays, direct acting and reverse acting, pneumatic transmitters, and then force balancing and moment balance transmitters, I to P or P to I converters. And then actually we have introduction for fluidics, principles of fluids, surface interaction, surface tension, jet interaction, fluid logic components, and then flip-flops, fluid logic gates, wall attached samplifiers, fluidic oscillators, fluidic control systems. So application of fluid circuits in an industry, say mainly in the chemicals and hydraulic industries, right? And so if you want to refer any textbook for this pneumatic instrumentation, then you can use B.W. Anderson, the analysis and design of pneumatic systems. So, by John Welly and Sons, 1967 published. And reference, if you want to reference, you can see G.W. Dumper and J.M. Robertson, Fluidic Components and Equipment Handbook. And then Bergman Press, published in 1968. And then H.L. Stewart, Hydraulic and Pneumatic Power for Production, Industrial Press Incorporation, 1977. And Principles of Pneumatics, Trade and Technical Press Limited, Modern Survey, England, published in 1980. So we are not having direct author, but it was a kind of technical press limited. And then Instrumentation Training Course, Volume 1 by Pneumatic Instruments, Howard W. Sams and Company Incorporation. So here also no author. So this solenoid was of pneumatic control valves, actuators, flip apps, everything, right? Those are used in the old kind of, olden plants, and now it is modernized using the automation. But actually, either actually say heavy kind of instruments can be operated using the pneumatic cylinders. So we inlet and outlet, and which can be using the control systems. Actually, we can move the particular gate or vane kind of control. Say even mill outlet control, main inlet control. So I'm seeing actually say ID fan inlet and outlet in power plant actually to maintain the draft system, right? So we need FD fan and ID fan. So for operating all the vanes and everything, we need pneumatic cylinders. When a control is given from the DCS, so automatically this digital signal again will be converted to analog signal in the field, and then actually this the gate, the pneumatic cylinder will operate, extend here and there. So when it is go away, then it will be, I can say, open, and when it is closed, it will, the gate valve, corresponding valve will be closed. So we can, based on the the command or percentage of opening given, the pneumatic valve will open, and then actually so it will operate the vanes and control the draft, how much percentage of intake air required, how much percentage of outlet air to be sent out to atmosphere. So all these things in power plant is managed by the pneumatic cylinders. So that is called pneumatic instrumentation, is very important. So that is the important future. So this pneumatic cylinders attached to the gate vanes or FD fan decks, right, which is operated by the solenoid valves. Solenoid valves, that the signal will be again be converted to a digital signal and given as the digital operated signal using in DCS, which is controlled, and then the pneumatics of opening and everything can be of vanes or decks or anything, gates can be monitored from the DCS. So you can control how much percentage is required. So everything can be done from the central control room. So where actually the pneumatic instrumentation is called a field instrumentation, whereas DCS and PLCs and SCADA, so-called digital or automated instrumentation, are used in the central control room for central monitoring and everything. So thanks friends, I hope the details I have given is very useful. Thanks friends.